Hey, this is John from Ringside Collectibles, and I'm here with Bill Miekina and Steve Ozer from Mattel at WWE Superstore WrestleMania in LA. Steve and Bill, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I love this time of year. It's always fun to see everyone come out and see everything we've been working on for the past few months, and I love it.
How about you, Steve?
I'm doing great. It's busy. Everybody's happy, and that makes me happy, so I'm good.
That's awesome. So tell us about these incredible Defining Moments WWE Ringside exclusive figures. They look amazing.
We have Mankind from Hell in the Cell, King of the Ring 1998 from the Hell in the Cell match, with a brand new head sculpt. It's probably my favorite Mankind head sculpt I've ever worked on. It's very distinctive. It represents a very memorable moment in the match. And also he has the thumbtack stuck on the back of his shirt. It's amazing. Just WWE provided great reference of it. We were able to reproduce it. We also have Cody Rhodes from last year's Hell in a Cell match when he wrestled with a torn pec, which I can't believe that was physically possible. He pulled it off. That was one of the most incredible moments in WWE in 2022. And we recreated it with an action figure along with the brand new bull rope accessory, which you can use to recreate not only that match but other matches as well. It's a nice, fun new accessory for that. Shawn Michaels from Royal Rumble 1997 when he came out with the cowboy hat and the very distinctive entrance gear with all the circular mirrors all over it and the Texas-inspired gear underneath. It's a figure I've wanted to get in the line for a long time. I finally found the right place to put it out so we could execute it. And finally, Bret Hart from WrestleMania 8 in full gear, including the very distinctive soft goods entrance jacket with the Hitman logo on the back, which is something that people have wanted in our line for a long time, and it was another situation where we got to figure out where does it make sense to do that. It makes sense to do it right now in Defining Moments for Ringside.
And Steve, everyone seems blown away that Defining Moments is back. What inspired you to bring back the Defining Moments line?
Well, we were working closely with Ringside to create the next, mega exclusive item for them. And really, through the collaboration process and landing on some of these talents we wanted in a set, we just thought, why not bring Defining Moments back, as these are all defining moments. So it came together really nicely, and they're going to come in a 4-pack, and if you get all 4 figures together, you get this awesome shipper box that features all the superstars. So we're really happy Defining Moments is back. We're looking for a way to potentially bring it back at some point when it made sense. Now it makes sense at the perfect home at ringsidecollectibles.com.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. These are mind-blowing figures and are available for pre-order now at Ringside Collectibles. So Steve and Bill, everyone was blown away by the Raw is War ring with Kane that came out recently, and you're going to follow it up with a new ring for Monday Nitro. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so, obviously we have the Monday Nitro entrance stage, which is crowdfunding now, but to complement that, Ringside is going to bring you the Monday Nitro ring with an exclusive figure. The figure will be revealed in the upcoming days, but it's going to be exciting, and it's something that everyone was asking for when that stage was announced. So Ringside's going to deliver that much sought after figure and ring.
That's awesome. Bill, are you looking forward to the Nitro ring? What can you tell us?
Probably not much more than what Steve told you, but it's
Okay.
I've been doing work on the exclusive figure that will come with it, making sure that it's the best possible version of that performer possible, and I believe we have captured that.
Okay.
And I am excited for everyone to find out who it is and what you'll be able to get at Ringside Collectibles.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Bill and Steve, what can you tell us about this incredible Nitro entrance stage playset?
Man, this stage was years in the making. We've been trying to get a properly scaled entrance stage out for the longest time. We've teased some dios over the years, literally years of large entrance stages. So all that time we've been toiling away and trying to make it a reality, but now it's possible through crowdfunding, through this campaign. But we're building the world of the Monday Night Wars out, and this campaign runs through the first week of May. So if we hit 5K units, we're off to the races. And there's several tiers, several figures included. And if we hit 11K, you unlock everything, including the debut, Nitro debut of Ultimate Warrior.
I've wanted to do a Scott Steiner figure for the longest time. He was never under a WWE merchandise deal. Sure. And then now he is. So what better way to introduce him, his first Mattel figure, than as part of a crowdfund like this, where you have, you know, not only the stage, but potentially like 5 Ultimate figures for $400. I mean,
and this would go perfectly with the Nitro ring.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you'll have the whole Nitro setup.
Right. Hit up Ringside to complete your Monday Nitro setup. It's going to be epic. Good times are ahead for all collectors.
Perfect. I can't wait. Bill and Steve, we're here. It's finally happening. It took over a decade. The gobbledygooker. How'd you get it done?
Right place at the right time, being able to pull off the gobbledygooker as he was meant to be included, with full Ultimate articulation and also the entrance egg. And then to further round it out, celebrating another very important figure in the history of WWE debuted, and that's The Undertaker, and he's also included in the set as well.
We got it done with persistence, right? We wanted this to happen for the longest time, and we were constantly trying to figure out a way that would make it work and make it work best. And, you know, we finally did it. And I think, you know, Bill nailed the execution beyond my wildest dreams. I'm so excited. I've been listening to the theme music. I'm stoked. I'm stoked this is finally happening.
Well, congrats, guys, on finally making the gobbledygooker.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Do you want to see him appear elsewhere? Let us know.
Good question. Bill and Steve, tell us what's new in the WWE Superstars line.
All right, so you know I'm very active on the forums, and Superstars has turned out to be one of our most beloved lines. So we're keeping it going in a really strong way with lots of new figures. Mr. T, of course, went on pre-sale earlier this year. We've got Hulk Hogan to match that Mr. T with his workout suit. He's actually a chase. He's got the red and yellow underneath, and I believe it's blue and white as a chase. So really exciting first-time chase in Superstars. We also have Bam Bam Bigelow here with his WWE debut outfit, and underneath, and this was something I was really trying to make happen for a long time, is his Japanese gear. So kind of like the singlet top style with the arms exposed. So you'll see those images shortly. We also have Mr. Perfect in his lime green gear, super cool. Roddy Piper also being shown publicly for the first time, and then a whole host of others like the Natural Disasters, Undertaker, Rock, and Macho Man. I mean, this line is one of the things that we love working on so much right now, and we're glad you guys love it as well.
So Bill,
Yeah.
Tell us what's new in the Coliseum collection line.
Sure. Being shown for the first time to the public today is the next Coliseum Collection 2-pack, which includes Roddy Piper in gear inspired from his first ever WWE action figure from way back in the 80s. And he will be paired with George Animal Steel. And George Animal Steel actually will come with a turnbuckle that you can remove the padding and the foam from, which we've integrated onto the existing crowdfund ring. And obviously they also come with various heads and hands for ultimate posing possibilities. I'm really excited about this one. I think in particular the Piper heads and the George Animal Steel heads are some of the most expressive heads we've ever released and worked on. So this one, this is the next one that will be available for purchase.
So Bill, tell us what's new in the WWE Retro line.
I would be glad to. The next WWE Retro 4-pack will be celebrating the new generation era. It'll include Jerry the King Lawler with the new pullback punch feature, Paul Bearer, Undertaker with like the Phantom of the Opera style mask, and Vader.
Very cool. And tell us about the NWO Retro set that's coming out very soon. Everyone's very excited. Is there anything else you can tell us about this set?
That'll be a Ringside exclusive, so I'm sure you're very interested in that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Obviously, Hall and Nash will be packed together, and then Hollywood Hogan and Six come together as well, all in the iconic NWO t-shirts. They look like a real tough group on your shelf.
We're here at the Wreckin display at the Mattel booth, and I'm here with Ravishing Rob, but today he's Wreckin Rob. Wreckin Rob, please tell us what's going on with the Wreckin line here at WrestleMania.
We have our diorama that we display. We've got the girls who are destroying the Rampage rig over here, as every single title is inside of the Wreckin' Ball. We've got Brock Lesnar taking the head of the table for a ride, as Seth is taking Bobby for a buckle bomb right into the slam and stack forklift. We've got Big E rolling in on his slam and spin ATV with the rest of the New Day, including King Woods. And we've got Johnny Knoxville recreating the moment from last year's WrestleMania with Sami Zayn inside of the mousetrap. But then over here, beautiful backdrop made by our very own Mattel team to celebrate our hometown here in Los Angeles. We have our WrestleMania Elites, and Rock is looking pretty irritated right now because his Slammobile has been destroyed by Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Stone Cold Crusher monster truck, which is one of two monster trucks that's going to be coming out, all new as part of the Wreckin' line, and that's simply Wreckin'.
Hey, Bill, so tell us what's coming in the WWE Basic line.
Sure, we have some upcoming new Basic releases here, including the first ever Pat McAfee figure making his debut in the Basics line, and he will have a standard and a chase variant. Liv Morgan in the all red gear, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, and then the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes.
I do want to point out something special about this John Cena. This is a brand new head on John, and it's an integrated baseball hat. So it's non-removable, but that allows it to be nice and tight fitting on the head. So brand new innovation to Basics with this John Cena figure.
Bill, tell us what's going on with the 2-packs.
Sure, upcoming 2-packs will include Gunther and Ricochet, and this deco on Ricochet is phenomenal. The New Day, Batista and Undertaker, like an old school matchup. Cody Rhodes and Austin Theory, the Street Profits, and then Mankind and The Rock from Survivor Series 1998, including a brand new, freshly shaven head and brand new bow tie for corporate Mankind making his debut and part of the 2-packs.
Very nice. This is the first ever Mankind with a bow tie in the line, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Very nice. And tell us about the retros carded that you have down here.
Sure, we have the retro 2-packs, which I'm sure you're very familiar with, considering you're the only place to get them. The NWO 4-pack, and then the next series of retros on card, including Jerry Lawler, Undertaker, Paul Bearer, and Vader.
So Bill and Steve, tell us what's coming in the Ultimate Edition line.
Sure, we have the Seth Rollins and Andre the Giant will be released as part of a wave upcoming. This Seth Rollins robe is incredible in person. I'm very proud that I work with like the best soft goods designers in the industry at Mattel, and they were able to produce the robe that you see here. It's phenomenal.
I see sparkles in there. Are those sparkles? How did you pull that off?
Magic. No, we work with the best soft good designers that are able to look at a piece of a reference and being able to replicate the pattern and the sparkliness and the colors. Exactly. I mean, it's incredible. Just being able to, it's uncanny. You look at this from like a foot away and it looks like a real little Seth Rollins is posing in the display case.
And the fur on the robe, I don't think we've seen anything quite like that since John Morrison in the early Elite line. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's a two-tone fur, and it was, again, they designed it specifically to have the darker chips to make sure that it matched the actual robe that Seth Rollins wore.
And tell us about Andre.
Sure, Andre the Giant was a lot of fun. We wanted to get an ultimate version of him in the line for a bit, and he will include a lot of brand new parts on him, brand new oversized hands. He has brand new oversized feet as well, which probably can only be used for Andre the Giant, because I don't know who else has feet that large. I know I don't. And then a bunch of new heads, including my favorite, the Andre the Giant with the large toothy smile, and I made sure that matched the reference photo of his toothy smile exactly. A lot of work went into capturing that head exactly as shown here, so I'm pretty proud of that one.
Very nice. And what about Macho Man?
Sure, and then the final 2023 Ultimate Wave will be Randy Savage and Randy Orton. I planned it that way. I've had that in mind for a while. I wanted to do that, and I was able to do it. So, and Randy Savage will be from WrestleMania 7. sort of similar to what we did with Warrior, where we've come so far since the original Defining Moments that when it came time to include Randy Savage and Ultimates again, this is the outfit that made sense. So many new parts on this: new hat, new sunglasses, brand new legs with like integrated fringe tooling on it, and then also a brand new post-match celebration head with the sort of like the frontal fringe sort of sweated off to the side and capturing the moment when he lifted the returning Liz on his shoulders, which one of the more memorable moments in WrestleMania history, and now you can recreate it exactly. And Randy Orton, he recreates the look from last year's WrestleMania, including a soft goods entrance hoodie with artwork on the front and the back. Not shown, but will come with the figure, is also the World Tag Title, the Raw Tag Title, and then a interchangeable heads, including my favorite is the open mouth Randy Orton head, which is something we've never included on any Randy Orton figure before, but because the Ultimates allows you to do some more specific heads than others, it's a perfect opportunity to include a head like that. And again, the execution on that between the sculpt and the True Effects artwork, I mean, it really is uncanny just how close we can get the likenesses now.
These are incredible. And in the Randy set, who do you think would win a dream match, Randy Savage or Randy Orton?
I would go with Randy Savage, but that's just because I grew up watching Randy Savage, so I have a little bit more emotional attachment to like my childhood memories than my adult memories, which I'm sure I'm not unique in that. So but that's the only reason.
And on the next shelf, we have The Rock and Bret Hart. Tell us about those.
Those are Ultimate Legends. They will be available at Target. Rock, we did earlier Attitude Era Rock. Very scarce to come by. We knew there was more pent-up demand for that figure, so we released another version of Attitude Era Rock. You're not rebuying the same figure. The deco will be slightly changed on the trunk, and he comes with the trademark tracksuit this time, and then also the heads that capture all the expressions. And then the Bret Hart from 1993 Royal Rumble, which is, again, a figure we executed a long time ago, very hard to find. Let's re-release it as an Ultimate with the upgraded heads and then interchangeable parts, including the trademark jacket.
Looks similar to an old Ringside exclusive?
It might be. But, we figure enough time has passed.
Well, now it's Ultimate version.
I'm not sure you have any of those left in stock.
It's long gone. And then tell us about Eddie and Ray.
Sure, Eddie and Ray are part of Ruthless Aggression Ultimates, which will be available at Walmart. The first two are Eddie and Ray, as seen here. Eddie comes with 3 interchangeable heads, the trademark Latino heat sleeveless shirt, and the world title. And then Ray comes with the 2006 WrestleMania, with the when he won the world title for the first time, the trademark Aztec outfit. Again, it's something we did in the past that was good. We thought was as good as we could do it, and then we're so much more advanced now. All the entrance gear is brand new. None of it's reused from any previous versions. And then the interchangeable heads and the trademark deco. That way will be followed up by Brock Lesnar, Ruthless Aggression era Brock, with 4 brand new heads. These are not reused heads. These were sculpted to sort of capture his more youthful appearance, from the Ruthless Aggression era. And then Rob Van Dam, he comes with 3 interchangeable heads and 2 interchangeable ponytails, so you can pose him with the ponytail at rest, and then also flying away when he performs all his amazing high-flying maneuvers. And the cool thing about Rob Van Dam is with the new displacing hips, like you can actually do like the Van Dam split, where he like basically the torso, and then it's like a 90-degree, like you can actually perform that. Take 2 chairs and put them and do like the Van Dam split.
That's awesome.
Which could never be done before with any action figure, where you can do it now with this one. And then of course he comes with the WWE title that he won at One Night Stand. The deck was based off of WCW One Night Stand 2006. And of course the interchangeable hands.
Very cool. And Steve, what's your favorite Ultimate figure up here?
Oh man, the Macho Man has sentimental value for nostalgia purposes, but I think for delivering, a long requested figure to the fans, this Rob Van Dam. This is the one on everybody's list. One Night Stand RVD, and here it is, and it's pretty rad.
If Cena wins, we riot.
Maybe. We make a figure. That's what we do.
Absolutely. And tell us about the Undertaker and the Gobbledygooker, which we talked a little bit about before, but this is the packaging. It looks incredible.
Sure, sure. So, we showed you the Dio a little bit earlier, but here's a front view of the packaging. We cheated it. It's actually massive, and this is a slimmed down version to fit in the case, but there will be 2 individually packaged Ultimate Edition figures, Undertaker and Gobbledygooker, of course. Another Ultimate Edition size box, which is the black stage base for the egg itself, and then this VHS style box, which is a throwback to the 89, 90, 91 Survivor Series VHSs. Inside of that, you have a backer, much like Coliseum Collection. One side will be a backdrop for the egg of the arena, and the opposite side of that is a backdrop for your team lineups in front of that brick wall. So lots of throwbacks and nods to the Survivor Series of the past here, and we couldn't be more pleased with how this all turned out.
Very cool. And tell us if you have any updates on the Cody Rhodes Ultimate or the Logan Paul Ultimate.
Yeah, so this here on display is one step before final. So we wanted to show you the very latest. So we'll be getting final samples in anytime now. So you could take a look here if you're at Access, looking at this video. You can see where we currently stand with this, and we're expecting these 2 figures to ship sometime this summer.
Very cool. So Bill and Steve, what's coming up in the Legends line?
Samu and Fatu, Hulk Hogan, Samu and Fatu as SST as a chase, and Polly Dangerously with the breakable cell phone. And then coming soon is the Brother Love, first ever Brother Love, which is a big deal. Undertaker with the 97 with the trademark hat, which I think the first time anyone's ever executed Undertaker with that hat. And then the Nation of Domination versions of Kama Mustafa and D'Lo. And then D'Lo comes with the chase version with like the later outfit with the blue gear.
Does he come with the chest protector?
Absolutely, he does.
Okay.
He's on the chest protectors on the Nation of Domination version. And then shown for the first time is the next wave, including $1 Million Man. And there's going to be, he comes with 2 heads. He comes with the 1980s classic version, and then the recent head based off of his recent appearances on NXT with the.
That'll go great with the Cameron Grimes ringside exclusive.
Grimes ringside exclusive. Yes, it would. It would go very well. Mr. Perfect, he comes with the Intercontinental title. He will come with the also with the soft goods towel. Didn't arrive for the show. Triple H, he comes with the new soft goods shirt along with the existing mesh overlay as well. So he'll come with 2 ways to pose. And then also Rhythm and Blues version of Greg the Hammer Valentine, including the removable Elvis-inspired sunglasses and Elvis-inspired jacket, and the trademark entrance belt with the metal chains hanging down. There's a lot of detail on this belt that really kind of ties the whole thing together.
Very nice. And is that a soft goods jacket?
On Greg the Hammer Valentine, yes.
Very nice. And tell us about Ruthless Aggression. What's coming up?
Sure.
So, Ruthless, we're wrapping up the line. It was a great run, but we knew its time was finite, so we're going out with a bang. You saw the Ultimates earlier, and here are the final figures of the line, really. So you already know about Shelton Benjamin, Kevin Nash, and John Cena, but here on display for the first time, we've got first time in the line figures of Tori Wilson and Chloe, along with JBL with this awesome USA gear, and Edge here in his purple camo, another long requested figure to be added to the Mattel line. And rounding out the line, the final wave, will be Hollywood Rock Concert, Rock from his return roughly around WrestleMania 19, I think. MVP, very awesome. We haven't done a classic MVP since the early years of the line.
Does that come with the inflatable MVP entrance?
Oh man, we talked about it. We wish, but sometimes things don't work out. But maybe someday. Okay. And then Miz, of course, early Miz, which just looks phenomenal. Bill did an outstanding job in plussing up. It's been over a decade since a Miz from this era has come out.
It's something I've always wanted to revisit and redo, and then once you find out that we were doing Ruthless Aggression, that's obviously where we're gonna do it. And this is something I've wanted to do for a while, and I'm glad it turned out as well as it did.
It looks awesome.
Right.
Thank you, Bill. And what are these grayscale prototypes on the bottom? What's going on here?
So, we announced the crowdfunded Nitro entrance stage recently, and everyone was bombarding us with, we want Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and Hogan and all these WCW superstars. We know you wanted them, so we're making them. They're having a whole line. The Monday Night Wars is what is replacing Ruthless Aggression in spring of 2024. We have the first wave on display. Each wave will have 2 WCW superstars, 2 WWE superstars, and 1 Build-A-Figure. And we'll alternate the Build-A-Figures between waves, WCW, WWE. So down here we have Scott Hall's Nitro debut when he appeared from the crowd on that episode of Nitro. We also have heel turn Hogan. So this is maybe 2 weeks or so after Bash at the Beach. He's got the shorter mustache, and he'll be all in black with a soft goods shirt. We've got Stone Cold Steve Austin. He will have lots of soft goods reminiscent of the original Defining Moments figure. And he's got a can of soda in his hand because he's thirsty and wants, a cola. We've got Undertaker with hair sculpt reminiscent of the old classic figures from back in the day. And that head also will work on your Ultimate Edition Undertaker figure. And the Build-A-Figure for the Wave, we had to do it right. The very first episode of Monday Nitro, a huge surprise. Lex Luger shows up coming down the aisle, and Lex will have a soft goods puffy shirt to perfectly recreate that look. And for this line, we hope there is no finite ending time for it and that it can go on for years to come.
Who wins the Monday Night Figure War in the line?
Well, I mean, obviously we're surrounded by WWE, so we kind of know.
I'm here with Bill Miekina, and we're here to take a look at what's coming in the Elite line. Bill, what do you have for us?
102 up here, which includes Commissioner Foley with his trademark soft goods shirt, potted cactus, and Commissioner desk plate. Gunther with entrance jacket, his trademark entrance jacket.
And is Gunther slimmer than the previous Walter figure?
Yes, he is much slimmer than the previous Walter figure that was a ringside exclusive. We're recognizing the fact that Gunther is now freaking jacked. Yeah. So we want to make sure that the figure is also, matches what he looks like now. Also, another jacked individual, Austin Theory. He will be the chase in the wave, but the figure will come with 2 heads. Mm-hmm. So if you buy one, you get both heads to do the trademark selfie posing, and he will come with the cell phone to do the posing. So these heads, if you see them in person, they're amazing. Like they capture the actual selfies that he took.
They're incredible. Are these the first smartphones in the line?
No. I think an earlier figure had the Tyler Breeze had the selfie stick. You're right. But I think this is the first one you can hold in the hand as a separate accessory. So if you want all your figures to walk around holding cell phones, you can buy a lot of Austin Theory figures and
very cool.
Have that as an accessory. Sami Zayn from last year's WrestleMania. I think everyone remembers that match. In terms of over-delivering at a WrestleMania match, I don't think any match over-delivered more than Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. Mm-hmm. And the minute a giant mousetrap came out, I knew it's like, we're putting Sami Zayn back in the Elite line, and we are doing a mousetrap as an accessory, because I want that myself, and I think a lot of people would want this as well, especially when you can execute with at this level. A brand new head sculpt on Sami Zayn. It's incredible in person, and it really is.
That mousetrap is huge. How do you even fit it in an Elite box?
We find a way, man. Okay. We have the best packaging team in the business, and they make it work.
And the Judgment Day, Edge and Rhea, I think, are highly anticipated. Can you tell us more about these figures? Sure.
Edge obviously comes with a brand new head sculpt with the shorter hair that he's now sporting the shorter haircut. Obviously, we haven't done a lot of short-haired Edges in the line. A lot of them have the longer hair, so in the minute he cut his hair, it's like, yeah, we got to do a shorter-haired Edge. And Rhea Ripley, when she joined Judgment Day and sort of darkened her overall look, we wanted to get that in the line as soon as possible as well, based off of her right when she joined the Judgment Day. You can't really see it as well with the jacket, but the leg tattoo artwork all over her legs is it's spot on. And again, thanks to WWE for providing the reference, and thanks to our graphic artist for recreating it to match. It's really something to see in person. And then soon after that will be another one of our best of waves. The first one was a huge success. We knew we wanted to, there were other sort of figures like back in the vault that, some people they maybe started collecting later. They haven't had a chance to get these. So we wanted to re-release some of our some of our favorites,
That's awesome.
including Undertaker as the tag team champion from the Attitude Era, Positively Page, Diamond
Very
Dallas
nice.
Page, Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 1998, back before he went away for a long time. The infamous Blue Tista figure was always a favorite of ours. We wanted to get it out. Harley Race was someone who got a very short distribution run. We knew a lot of people were left high and dry, not able to get that figure. As soon as Harley was available, for, I guess, again, for us to include in the line, we put him back into the line straight away as part of the Best Of wave. And Seth Rollins from the Money in the Bank cash-in, another extremely relevant figure around this time of year. All of them have the new, ones that didn't have the new True Effects now have the True Effects, and they all have the double jointed elbow. If they didn't have them before, they have the double jointed elbows. So
for people who have the originals, there are some differences.
we want to make sure that we're not just putting out like what you could the best version from like maybe like 2011, 2012. We want to make sure we do the best version we can do in 2023.
That's awesome. And then tell us about Elite 103, Bill.
Sure, this is a very early sneak preview of 103. Some of these are literally like the first samples from the factory. And that lineup will include the almighty Bobby Lashley, Liv Morgan with the from the night she cashed in and won Money in the Bank. She will come with personalized plates. They weren't ready for the show, but we wanted to show the belt anyway to show that she does come with the belt, but the plates will be personalized. Roman Reigns, he comes with new tooling on the hand, so he too can do the the We the One symbol. Another, and then his WrestleMania opponent, but maybe not in the guys that he's wrestling this weekend. Stardust returns to the line, something we had planned to include, but then Cody goes away for a while. Cody comes back, and we had this ready to go, and we were like, you know what? I think people would dig it.
And very nice touch with the polka dot ladder.
Yeah, it's polka dot all over the ladder to match the one that he unsuccessfully climbed in Dallas. And then Street Profits returned to the Elite lineup for their second version. It was something I wanted to include Street Profits again in the lineup, but like a lot of their gear was more color variations from the first versions. The minute they showed up in like the basketball gear inspired gear, it's like, okay, now it's time to put Street Profits back in the lineup. People have been wanting updated versions of them. And these are the versions I think that make the most sense. Both of them include soft good jerseys as well.
Nice.
And also, as Gunther has sort of toned himself up and gotten jacked, Angelo Dawkins also includes a new torso to include the fit and trim and fight and shape. Like he's looking really good these days. So we want to make sure that his.
Do you include the solo cups?
Yes, the Montez will include the solo cup. Again, for some reason, even though it was a reuse of an existing part, they didn't ship it in time for the show.
Okay. So Bill, what's your favorite figure in Elite 103?
I really like how the Street Profits are coming out so far. That's something, again, where I wanted to get them back on the line for a bit. And it's just a matter of like waiting for the right gear to do it. And then when they showed up in this pinstripe basketball gear, I'm like, God, that's going to look so good on a figure. And even though this is like only the first pass from the factory, it looks so good on a figure. So I think those are my favorites.
Those do look incredible. And tell us about the bottom row. You have the SummerSlam Elites there again and the Top Picks Elites.
Yeah, just wrapping things up a bit, we are showing the SummerSlam figures, which are available either now or will be very soon. Dolph Ziggler, Zeus, Hulk Hogan, and Jey Uso with the parts to build, executive consultant, Mr. Perfect. And then upcoming Best of Top Talent with Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, and The Rock. Kind of a, bloodline connection there. We figured, our timing kind of worked out pretty well on that one, so it's a good time to have these three talents in stores.
Awesome. So Bill, we recently hit Elite 100. Can you believe it's been 100 waves in the Elite line?
I can't. When looking back, I don't know if this is, maybe considered bragging or something, but I don't know if there's ever been someone, one person has designed 100 series of the same toy line since the beginning. So the fact that I was able to do it is kind of remarkable to me, that I've lasted this long, but also that that there's been enough support that that the fans have wanted 100 waves of these figures and more. And we were able to include 6 of the biggest names in WWE history as part of this line, and I think it came out spectacular. Most waves don't get 2 or 3 years. Like this has gone 100 waves.
Yeah.
Like that's just not supposed to happen. It just proves that WWE figure collectors are are great, and if they like something, they'll support it, and I really appreciate that.
Hi.
Oh, here's
I'm
Steve.
back.
What's up, Steve?
I've been shopping, so thank you for taking
Nice.
over, Bill, while I'm shopping.
Oh,
but
you got the new Cody shirt. Sweet.
That's right. Got to support Cody. So we've got a special guest, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
We've got the artist for Elite 100, Jonathan Bartlett.
Hey, Jonathan.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Jonathan as well.
Jonathan, it's Jonathan, the Jonathan Connection.
Absolutely. So
We're a good tag team.
how did it feel to do the artwork for Elite 100?
Okay, it was, I can't say I dreamed about it, but felt like a dream because you're a fan. Toys were actually my entry into wrestling when I was a little kid. I didn't watch it, but I had the toys. And now to fast forward, I am a fan. I have watched for many, many years. I'm an artist. We get this collaboration going, and now I'm a part of the figure, I don't know, atmosphere, you know, and like it was really something special.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
What was your favorite figure growing up?
Wow. Okay. Probably something Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because at that time, it's just like,
Yeah.
this is a superstar. No, this is a superhero to me, right? And so it was like anything. It was the LJN or maybe further down the line, but like it was just about that until I discovered the Undertaker.
Oh, wow.
And then it became anything Undertaker, okay? And we could go down the line, but yeah. So it was really about who it was. It wasn't about what it was. It was like, I just need to see this person. I play with it. Yeah.
And will we possibly see any of your artwork in the future in the line?
That's a good question. That's a question for my man Steve. I'm going to go ahead and say, oh yeah, definitely going to do more. No, the thing about this was it was super special for Series 100, but now the collaboration is there. We're seeing so many people excited about it. We've had so many fans come up and tell us like, hey, this has been something we've like loved seeing, that I can only imagine that there's a place for it in the future, which I would love to do. Awesome. Yeah.
Well, pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely, Jonathan. Pleasure meeting you too, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So Bill and Steve, it's been an incredible WrestleMania Mattel display here at the Superstore. Tell us anything that you want to say to the fans.
I want to thank everybody for all the support and the positive receptions to what we've been doing here. We really do it for you. We're longtime, lifelong super fans, and I hope by now you realize, like, when you see this stuff, like, we're trying to deliver everything you possibly could ever want in this line. I mean, hell, we did gobbledygooker, right? So thank you for everything, and we're going to keep trying to deliver for you guys.
Yeah, not much more to add after that. I think we've proven, by what we've shown this year, like, nothing's off the table. And if you haven't seen something yet, it doesn't mean that we don't want to do it. It just means, like, we'll probably get to it.
Thank you guys again for the incredible, mind-blowing figures, and enjoy WrestleMania.
All right. Thank you, John. Thank you, Ringside. And pre-order Defining Moments now at ringsidecollectibles.com.